Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 3DS VC review, and this is a game I've wanted to look at for a long time and have literally been counting the days until it came out on the VC because I had heard nothing but amazing things about Shantae and it never came out in this country, so I was absolutely gutted because it's not even something you could easily import because it costs a fortune. It's now stupidly rare. So for those who don't know, I suppose the closest explanation I could give it, the closest comparison would be something like Zelda 2. It's a side-scrolling adventure game with RPG elements. You level up type thing. You can get heart containers to give yourself more energy. You can get new dances to give yourself more abilities. And by getting new abilities and more health, it allows you to go to harder parts of the map and that. And you can get coins to buy new things too, and it just allows you to basically go through the game and you get to the end, fight the boss, and that's pretty much it. It's also, as well as a bit of a side-scrolling action-y adventure RPG type thing, it's also got a lot of platformer elements to it, and it's just one of those things that I'd heard nothing bad about the game. So I really wanted it, and then the sequel came out on DSiWare, and I refused to buy it because I hadn't played the first one, and I know it's called Risky's Revenge, so I thought, well, there's no way I'm going to play the game if I'm not going to know the story, and naturally I caved and bought it because I heard even better things about the DSiWare game. And it therefore meant that I was in the situation of really, really hoping that the original came to the VC. And came it did, and here it is, and I'm incredibly bad at the game at this moment in time, dying all the time, mainly because I'm too busy concentrating on talking. And this isn't the most comfortable position in the world to sit in when you've got a bad back. Really, I'm going to have to find a new way of recording these vids, I think. But it's just one of those things. If you've played this sort of game before, then you'll instantly know what you're getting into, and I really do think this is one of the better in the genre that I've ever played. Graphically, it is absolutely stunning. I cannot believe that it is a Game Boy Color game. Musically, it sounds great too. There is a slight problem with the VC version, and it's the fact that, yet again, even though there are loads of things that can be emulated quite easily on these crappy little illegal emu sites, it seems on the official proper emulation they can't be done. And Shantae is missing one of its powers. It's missing, I believe it's called the Bat. Again, obviously I never had the original, so I never got to experience it. I didn't know what the power-up did or anything, so I'm not going to miss it. But there's probably a lot of people who are going to miss it, because they did have the original and did play it on the GBA, and when you plugged it in, you got a new ability, and as I say, I think it was the Bat, and loads of people raved about it, saying it was a great ability, and it's just like all the other things that come to the eShop that just don't work properly. You know, like the GBA shops on Legend of Zelda, the Oracle games, at least you could get them by entering a passcode. There's no such feature, unfortunately, and it just really is... It's an annoyance, because at the end of the day, if the people who are illegally playing the games aren't missing out on this stuff, why are the people who are legally paying for them missing out? Why is it so hard for them to do that in the emulation, you know? And it is such a shame. But it's one of those, it's not exactly essential to beating the game, it's not essential at all. Otherwise, I think they would have either not released it or found a way to add it to the emulation here. So, there's a few things that I can at least say about it. I've mentioned that you go around and you can collect heart pieces and that to give you more heart containers. It's not actual heart pieces, it's not like pieces of heart in a Zelda way, it's just like you can collect heart containers. You might saw us collect a firefly, there's basically a load of them hidden around the place. There's also some teleporters around that you can find that like squid teleporters that take you back to certain locations so you don't have to backtrack as much, so there's something you're going to want to look out for. So it is just your standard adventure game, I suppose, and it is a brilliant one at that. It is one of those games that, for the price they're asking for it, especially compared to the price that you have to pay for to get the physical version, it is well worth looking into if you have even a slight bit of interest in it, because it really is just a fantastic game of an era gone by. It is an old cliche to say it, but they really don't make them like this anymore. I absolutely cannot wait now until the third chapter, because I'm hoping it can live up to the expectations, because they have mentioned there will be a third one. It'll be coming to the 3DS eShop. I can't remember if it's DSiWare or if it is actual 3DSware. But all I know is it is coming, and it sounds like it's going to be amazing, so I can't wait for that day. for now, I suppose I'll end this vid, and if you've enjoyed it, I'll most likely have the sequel review up around about the same time as this one's probably finished. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.